Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our 2018 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior Day. I am the 2005-2006 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Queen, Aubrey Neuville-Yunker, and it is my pleasure to MC this part of the day for you. We hope that you enjoyed the wellness fair and are excited to meet our new senior royalty as the festivities kick off with our senior coronation. We want to begin by thanking the American Legion, staff of the Hopkins Activity Center, and the Hopkins Raspberry Festival volunteers, and all of the past senior royalty for all the work that went into making this day happen. The past senior royalty did an amazing job gathering the prizes and helping set up this space. It is so wonderful to have all of you back and participating in this annual event. We appreciate all that you do so much. Another thank you goes out to our royalty candidates for their help here today. Candidates, will you stand up and show us that raspberry wave you've been working on? So how many of you love this year's button design? I know, I sure do. Okay. So for the first time ever, we are actually selling posters of the button design in our 84th Hopkins Raspberry Festival poster. So our graphic designer and actually his daughter Mary are here for about an hour after our coronation is over to sell a poster to you if you are interested. There are only 50 available, and they are marked by which one you get. So like if you buy number 10, it gets a little number 10 out of 50 on it. So they will be in the lounge selling them after coronation. So thank you to Alan and Mary for your beautiful work on the button and all the artwork that went into the Raspberry Festival this year. So the poster is actually sitting right in front of the podium if you are interested in taking a look at that. So this afternoon, we say goodbye to our reigning Senior King, Jay Graziani, and Senior Queen, Deb Renfro, and thank them for an amazing job they did representing the city of Hopkins, and for being such a positive influence on the entire royal family. First, let's learn a little bit about these two great representatives of our festival, starting with Senior King Jay Graziani. Senior King Jay is escorted this afternoon by Junior Princess Elsa Brenlin. Senior King Jay graduated from Hopkins High School in 1963 and in 1969 married Janice Winter, whose great-great-grandfather was Harley H. Hopkins. He and Janice had a son and daughter, whom are both now married and have blessed him with 2 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. Senior King Jay is an active member of Mitzvah UCC Church of Hopkins. He enjoys playing golf, fishing, and going boating when he is not at Raspberry events. Senior King Jay's favorite Raspberry Festival event has always been the Grand Day Parade and Family Day. His favorite memory from this royal year came from being in the parades and hearing all the people's comments and excitement about the Raspberry Float. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017-2018 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior King, Jay Graziani. Next, we will welcome our Senior Queen, Deb Renfro. Senior Queen Deb is escorted this afternoon by Junior Queen Lottie Somerville. Senior Queen Deb could be the definition of a Hopkins girl. She was born and raised in Hopkins, as were her parents. In fact, Harley Hopkins was her great-great-grandfather, and Chester Hopkins was Senior Queen Deb's great-grandfather, and he was the first president of West Minneapolis, because the city wasn't actually called Hopkins until 1928. Senior Queen Deb has a son and a daughter, and shares 2 bonus daughters with her husband of 24 years. They have 2 granddaughters and 3 grandsons. Senior Queen Deb is a busy retiree. She is in water aerobics class and is very active in her church, Mitzvah UCC. And she and Senior King Jay prepare meals for loaves and fishes on the 3rd Monday of each month at St. Gabriel's of Hopkins. She also is a member of the auxiliary at the Arboretum, knitting and stitching for various craft sales and volunteering at events. As a kid, the Raspberry Festival Parade was the highlight of her year. In recent years, she has become the fearless leader of the precision waving team. When you ask her what her favorite events were from her royal year, she couldn't pick just one, but you will hear about many in her farewell this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017-2018 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior Queen, Deb Renfro. Let's give them both just another round of applause. Thank you, guys. Before we begin our goodbyes this afternoon, there are some people in the audience I would like to introduce. I will start with our visiting royalty. Please stand as I say your festival or celebration's name. We have the Minneapolis Aquatennial Senior Royalty. Thank you all for visiting us as you gear up for your own festival, just a short, week and a half away or so? Yes. We have our other neighbors joining us from the St. Paul Winter Carnival. So the St. Paul Winter Carnival royalty, would you please stand? We also have our good friends from the St. Louis Park Parktacular. And many of you may recognize those two as they were former Hopkins Raspberry Festival senior royalty as well. Next, I will introduce the past senior royalty that we have here today. Please stand when I call your name and give a raspberry wave. We are blessed to have so many of you here, so let's wait and hold our applause until the end. All right, starting with Dorothy Pavelka, 1993-1994. Vernon Isaac, 1996-1997. Lorraine Beversdorf, 2001-2002. Jane Whipple, 2002-2003. Annette Marie Paschel, 2003-2004. Joan DeCoste, 2005-2006, and my senior queen. Marilyn Johnson, 2006-2007. Dorothy Mord, 2008-2009. Joan Markham, 2009-2010. Judy Johnson and Alan Johnson, 2010-2011. Trudy Reinitz, 2011-2012. Mary Jo Molesky, 2012-2013. Doogie Dryland, 2013-2014, and Teresa Sidness, 2013-2014. Ron Helgeson and Diane Helgeson, 2015-2016. Maggie and Ray Novak, 2016-2017. Thank you all for being here and helping with this wonderful event. Before we meet our 2018-2019 Senior Royalty, we need to say farewell to Senior King Jay and Senior Queen Deb. To start our goodbyes, we will now hear from our reigning Junior Royalty, Junior Queen Lottie and Junior Princess Elsa. Would you please come up to the stage and join me? First off, we have Junior Princess Elsa Brenlin.
I'll always remember Senior King Jay and Senior Queen Deb for greeting me with warm smiles and hugs. And when Senior Queen Deb and Princess Kelly danced with me and sang with me at the cold old-fashioned Christmas tree lighting. And Senior King Jay, I was very impressed with you climbing up the Hopkins fire truck ladder, which we rode in the St. Patrick's Day parade. Thank you for all you guys have done, and thank you for being a part of our year. Thank you.
And our Junior Queen, Lottie Somerville.
Senior King Jay and Senior Queen Deb, you have been like a third set of grandparents. Senior Queen Deb, you always made sure we were ready for hot weather. Senior King Jay, you know how to make me laugh.
Thank you, Junior Royalty, for sharing with us the great memories you made with Senior King Jay and Senior Queen Deb. Next, we will hear from our royalty, Princess Kelly, Princess Chloe, and Queen Natalie. Princess Kelly Flanders, it is time for your farewells.
Last year at this event, when we were listening to the bios of the new senior royalty, I knew that I wanted to be crowned along with them. With Senior Queen Deb always wanting to be a queen, and Senior King Jay willing to step in to help her achieve that goal, I instantly felt a personal connection. I remember thinking that this was her year, so it was going to be my year too. When I got to finally meet the newly crowned senior royalty, I was instantly greeted with the warmest hug from Senior Queen Deb, preceded with a "Hi, honey," and the biggest smile from Senior King Jay. These two really do make a great pair. You two have always made us three feel so special and loved, with your endless hugs, always checking in on us, and your self-appointed roles as Grandma and Grandpa. Senior Queen Deb, you truly are a classy, timeless, and kind-hearted woman. While our signature move was to blow kisses to little boys and girls, yours was to single out an older woman and shout, "It's never too late to be a queen." You always made sure to make everyone feel special and noticed from the very beginning. Senior King Jay, although you were quiet at first, it didn't take long for you to open up to us and tell us stories of your travels and family. I've really enjoyed getting caught up on all of the band concerts and getting insider tips on what else to add to my bucket list. Although we didn't talk a lot, you still were quick to give me advice and be a listening ear when I needed one. This year has been a crazy, wild ride together, and it's like they say, you really can't choose your family, but I would choose you two over and over again. Please keep in touch. Now that we won't have crowns or caps on our heads, I expect to be meeting you for apps, travel stories, and more advice. I love you too.
And now let's hear from Princess Chloe Ekstrom.
Well, Senior King Jay and Queen Deb, this is where we start saying our long Minnesotan goodbye. You have been the best senior royalty I could have asked for. You both have amazing hearts and smiles that could light up the room. We've had some amazing times and made some great memories this year. One of these memories happened exactly a year ago today. I was helping your table at this event, and you two were playing bingo, and your table seemed to win a lot, so I was able to get to the talk to the both of you. I had no clue that you were going to be the senior royalty for the year, but the moment I knew it was you, I knew I had to be crowned so that I could spend more time with the both of you. To my Senior Queen Deb, you have always seemed to know when one of us girls needed a hug. Your hugs are like magic. They fixed whatever problem we were having or eliminated whatever stress we had going on in our lives in that time. You became our glamma for the year. You were always watching out for us and were not afraid to protect us. Also, thank you for getting us those emergency kits that had safety pins, nail clippers, and everything else that a princess would need. I know we girls use those kits more than we would like to admit. We had some wardrobe issues throughout the year, and let me tell you, that kit came in handy. To my Senior King Jay, thank you for putting up with us 6 girls this year. I know that we can be a lot to handle at times with all of our energy and princess drama. We could not scare you away. You kept coming back to events and wanting to hang out with us. I think you secretly liked hanging out with us girls all the time. I heard through the grapevine that you have a nice car. My dad still talks about how we got to drive your car to the end of the parades for you. I remember after we got done with the parades, he would say that he lost your car or just point in some random direction and say it was that way. The good news is you found him funny, and you are always able to find your car at the end of the parade. As a family, we've had some good times that we will all be able to cherish forever. I will never forget the impact that you have had on my year. I love you two so much and could not have asked for a better senior royalty. To the new seniors who are crowned this afternoon, you have some big shoes to fill. I know that you will be able to do it, so remember to smile the biggest smile and wave the biggest wave that you possibly can. Take lots of pictures and enjoy your royal family. You will make a lot of good memories together. And as Senior Queen Deb says, it's never too late to be a queen.
And finally, Queen Natalie Jacobwith. Okay, everybody, I'm going to try not to cry, so just bear with me. Our first event as a royal family was a brunch that was hosted at Main Street Bar and Grill. We posed for just about 1 million pictures, and the whole morning was a whirlwind. Even though I don't remember every person that I met that morning, I remember Senior King Jay taking the time to learn more about me as we ate breakfast together. Upon hearing that I was involved with the music programs at my high school, Jay shared with me how his own granddaughter is a member of her school's marching band, and I had so much fun hearing about her season for the rest of the year. It was a small connection, but he took the time to learn about my interests and included me in a special and fun part of his own life. Senior King Jay is the type of person who makes his own family, as well as his Raspberry Royal family, a top priority. He is incredibly selfless and giving of his time, and he is the best senior king a family could have. One of my favorite memories of Senior Queen Deb from the year was when we were at the Empty Bowls event on the Main Street Performing Arts Center. A button on my blazer had just fallen off, and not only had Deb given me a little emergency kit that included a needle and thread, she made quick work of securing it back on the front of my jacket. This little moment is the perfect example of Deb as a person. She is quick, resourceful, kind, and lovely in every way. We have had the incredible opportunity this year of experiencing her kindness and generosity, and I will miss having an excuse to spend time with both of them every weekend. Coming into this year, I was not exactly sure how the whole royal family thing would work. For the majority of the events in the first half of the year, it was Princess Chloe, Princess Kelly, and me, and I thought that those two would be my people. I thought that I would be close to everyone, but in different ways. I can now tell you now, standing at this coronation, that I was completely wrong. We had a phenomenal group of people who came together, who formed a bond, and I got to share some of the happiest moments of my life with them. Our senior king and queen cared about us all and modeled perfectly what it means to lead through service and how to be an amazing community member. Thank you both so much for everything that you added to my life, and please keep in touch. Deb, I can't wait to hear more about the fun trips that you continue to take. Jay, I can't wait to keep getting the updates on marching band. I love you both, and I am so fortunate to have shared this crazy experience with you. Thank you. Thank you, Princess Kelly, Princess Chloe, and Queen Natalie. I can tell that these two will always hold a special place in your heart. And now, a few parting words from our Senior King, Jay, and our Senior Queen, Deb. Let's begin with Senior King, Jay Graziani.
First off, I just want to add that what a great speech you young ladies said. It was very touching. Thank you very much. What a year this has been. Senior Queen Deb promised me that we were going to have fun. And former Senior King Ray, as he was putting the hat on my head, says, "You're going to have a ball." So they were very right. Some people think that royalty thing is just, riding around in a parade, smiling, waving at the people. But those of you that have been there in royalty know there's a lot more to it. You become a family. There's the chaperones, the families, the king candidates, everybody, and you become a family, and when you come together, you become a team, and you have each other's back. So when we first met, we just clicked. It was, we just fell together very quickly. Junior Princess Elsa and Junior Queen Lottie were like twin sisters. Junior Princess Elsie was a little bit more outgoing at first, like in the Raspberry Parade. In the Raspberry Parade, we were riding along, and one of her friends along the way yelled out, "Elsa, what are you doing?" And she just fired right back. She says, "I'm in the Raspberry Parade." Junior Queen Lottie, over the years, has become very confident and does very well in front of the public, as you saw this evening. Did a very good job. The other royalty ladies, Queen Natalie, Princess Kelly, Princess Chloe, were also very close, but Natalie was the leader. In the parades, on the float, she would say when to switch sides, waving, and they would sing along with all the music. We had so much fun on the float all together. It was the most fun. Princess Kelly was our Western gear supplier and our attire dresser for the Western shows. Princess Chloe kept us grounded. If you really want to know about how wonderful these ladies are, ride to or from one of these events with one of their family members. It is most interesting. I believe that after watching all these young ladies in front of the public and everything that they've done in this course year, that they're going to be most successful when they reach their final profession. They're very, very capable, very loving, very kind, nice people. Along the parade route, I would usually point out the cute dogs for the girls so that they could, note all that. And I also kept Queen Deborah from falling off the float, but that's just a joke between us. It's not true. Senior Queen Deborah, like has been said before, she always loved leaning over when some of the elderly ladies would be sitting in the sidelines. It's never too late to be a queen. Yeah. But as I said before, we're a family, we're a team, and what we said during our events stayed within the family. And I'll never forget this royal family. It's just been a real ball this whole year. There's way too many people to mention thank yous involved in all this raspberry festivities. So too many to mention, really, but I'd like to thank everybody involved with this event, the parades, all of these coronations, everything. Done a wonderful job, and I really appreciate it. But there's one special person that I'd like to point out, and that's Aubrey. She was born with raspberries in her blood. She works tirelessly to make sure that everyone knows the schedule, where to be and when, and what to wear. She does this while she's a mom, a wife, and a full-time teacher. I thank you, and I think everybody should give her a round of applause. To the new family that's about to create a new and wonderful year, enjoy every moment. It's been a pleasure being your 2017-2018 Raspberry Festival Senior King.
Next, we will hear from his sister-in-law and our senior queen, Deb Renfro.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. As a kid, the Raspberry Kitty Parade was the highlight of my year. I was part of the Burns Park Kids, and we were proud of it. My family continues the precision waving team, and we meet on Main Street for the Grand Day Parade, and I am their fearless leader, and we wear tiaras, and we talk to the people as they go by. So I had practice. It's so hard to pin down a favorite memory of our royal year. We had great fun at the defeat of Jesse James Day in Northfield, where we all wore our Western wear. The Minneapolis Aquatennial was the highlight because we were all in our formals at the same time. And I'll never forget the Anoka Halloween Parade and being the Wicked Witch of the West. The spirit just moved me. We also enjoyed getting to know these great kids and the royal family and their families. The big girls were a joy. Queen Natalie, Princess Chloe, Princess Kelly, you will always be queens and princesses in my heart. I love you all dearly. And then there's the littles. When I introduced myself to Elsa, I said, I'll kind of be your grandma for this week, this next year. And the next time I saw her, she said, hi, Grandma. They've both grown in stature and personality, and I love you both dearly. The families were the best, always willing to do whatever was needed to be done, always there to help us out when we needed it. Great, great support group of families. Then there's Aubrey, who got so good at herding cats because she got us pointed in the right direction, always on time, always where we were supposed to be, wearing what we were supposed to wear. I have a huge thank you to my brother-in-law, Jay Graziani, for serving as senior king with me. I promised him we would have a good time, and I think we have. I don't know what I would have done without his firm hand and smile just to get us all through it. It's been a joy, and it's been a dream of mine, and I thank you all for making that come true. This year's been a joy, and it's been a joy to be your 2017-2018 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017-2018 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior King, Jay Graziani, and Senior Queen, Deb Renfro. Thank you for such a great year. And now it is time to crown our new ambassadors, the 2018-2019 Senior King and Queen for the Hopkins Raspberry Festival. So I'm going to begin by giving you a little introduction of them. Our 2018-2019 Senior King was born and raised in Morristown, New Jersey, a historic town 35 miles from New York City. Before retiring, he was a sales manager for a customs textile manufacturing company here in Minnesota. He enjoys photography, hiking, and traveling with his wife to off-the-beaten-path destinations such as India, Morocco, and Argentina. More importantly, for this role in particular, he loves raspberries. Our 2018-2019 Senior Queen was born in Delaware and attended the University of Delaware, where she spent most of her career working as a media specialist at Hopkins West Junior High. And after 21 years there, she retired this past June. Reading is truly a passion of hers, and she is in 3 book clubs, and her teaching philosophy is that reading changes lives. She also likes to quilt, make jewelry with her friends, and travel with her husband, and enjoys mixing up a classic cocktail, which means we'll be friends this year. Our 2018-2019 Senior Royalty met through mutual friends at the University of Delaware, where they both attended, but at different times. They lived in San Francisco Bay Area for 15 years, where they had 2 sons, Liam and Shay. And in 1994, they relocated to the Midwest, where their sons went all the way through grade school at the Hopkins School District. I am truly honored to introduce to you your 2018-2019 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior King, William Seeker, and Senior Queen, Robin Price. Come on, yeah. Come on down. We'll get you all outfitted up here. All right. Yep, you guys stay right there for a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your 2018-2019 Hopkins Raspberry Festival Senior King, William, and Senior Queen, Robin. As we wrap up this part of the day, I want to thank the Hopkins Activity Center, the Hopkins Raspberry Festival, and the Hopkins American Legion for making this day possible for our seniors. Thank you thank you to all the staff and volunteers from all the organizations for the work that you put in. Most of all, thank you to our Senior King Jay and Senior Queen Deb for being great representatives of the festival. In order to continue on with bingo today, we will move Senior King William and Senior Queen Robin into the lounge for people to meet them and greet them while bingo is going on. Don't worry, you can take turns at your table and have your neighbor play for you while you are welcoming in our new senior royalty. Thank you all for coming and participating in the celebration. Please join us at other Raspberry Festival events such as the Junior Coronation on Tuesday at the Minnetonka Community Center, the Royalty Coronation on Thursday at the Hopkins Center for the Arts, the Marketplace Arts and Craft Fair and Family Day with fireworks on Saturday, and of course the parade on Sunday. I hope to see you there and at many events, and have a great rest of the afternoon. Remember that posters will be being sold in the lounge as well. Thank you, everyone.